Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive. This time, we're tackling how AI is transforming the world of pharmaceuticals. And wow, there's a lot to uncover.
Absolutely. AI's impact is being felt across the board, from how new drugs are discovered to how they're tested, and even how they're tailored to individual patients.
Yeah, it's pretty mind blowing. So, where do we even begin with something this massive?
Well, it all starts with data. The pharmaceutical industry is sitting on a treasure trove of information. Think biological data, chemical data, patient data. It's a goldmine for AI, especially a technique called deep learning.
Deep learning, right? I hear that term all the time, but to be honest, I'm not always sure what it
I
means.
hear you. It's basically a type of AI that learns from huge, massive data sets, way bigger than humans could ever handle. They can spot these complex patterns and relationships that traditional methods would totally miss.
Okay, so kind of like if you were trying to predict the weather, right? Deep learning could analyze like decades of weather data, factoring in temperature, wind, humidity, and a bunch of other things to make a really accurate forecast.
Exactly. That's a perfect analogy. And it's the same principle applied to drug discovery.
Got it. So, how does that actually work in practice? How's this deep learning changing how new drugs are found?
Well, the traditional way of discovering drugs, it's a slow process. Researchers spend years in the lab testing thousands and thousands of compounds to see if they have any effect on a specific disease.
I bet that's super expensive too and probably pretty frustrating, right? Like finding a needle in a haystack.
You nailed it. It's exactly like that. But this is where deep learning comes in. It can analyze massive databases of chemical compounds and all this biological info to pinpoint promising drug candidates much, much faster.
Wow. So instead of testing tons of random compounds, deep learning can narrow it down to just a handful that are actually likely to work.
Precisely. And it's not just about speed. Deep learning can actually find subtle patterns and connections that humans might completely miss. That means potentially discovering drugs that would have been overlooked using those old school methods.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Are there any like real world examples of this deep learning approach actually finding new drugs?
Oh, absolutely. Genomics is a fantastic example. Scientists are now using deep learning to analyze huge amounts of genomic data to find specific genes or even tiny genetic variations that contribute to a disease.
Oh, I see. So instead of just treating the symptoms, they can target the actual root cause of the disease at the genetic level.
Exactly. It's a really powerful approach with the potential to completely change how we treat diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, even those super rare genetic disorders.
So it sounds like we're entering this whole new era of drug discovery where AI is becoming like a key player.
We absolutely are. And it's not only about discovering brand new drugs either. AI is changing how we think about the medications we already have.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's this concept called drug repurposing. Basically, it means finding new uses for existing drugs.
Oh, like how aspirin, which was originally for pain relief, can now be used to help prevent heart attacks.
Yes, exactly. Another great example is Ozempic. It was first a diabetes drug, but now it's being used for weight loss. These kinds of discoveries in the past often happened by accident, but AI can make that process much more systematic.
Ah, I see. So instead of just stumbling across these new uses randomly, AI can actually search for them on purpose.
Exactly. AI can analyze mountains of data on existing medications, see how they affect various biological pathways.
Biological pathways. Sorry to interrupt, but can you quickly explain what those are?
Oh, sure. Think of them like chains of chemical reactions that happen within our cells. Drugs usually target specific pathways to create their desired effect. AI can analyze those pathways and see if a drug designed for one purpose might actually be helpful for something totally different.
Gotcha. So we don't always have to start from scratch with a whole new drug. We can use what we already know about existing medications. That's got to save a lot of time and money.
Absolutely. Drug repurposing could drastically reduce both the cost and the time it takes to bring new treatments to market. And like we've been talking about, AI is a huge part of making this happen.
That's super cool. It's like AI is helping us find hidden gems in our medicine cabinet. But I'm curious, how does all of this impact the way clinical trials are run?
Great question. Critical trials are still essential for figuring out if a drug is safe and effective. But they can be so complex and expensive, and they take forever.
I can imagine.
Well, good news is that AI is starting to change that too.
Okay, tell me more about how AI is being used in clinical trials.
One of the biggest headaches in clinical trials is finding the right people to participate, right? Recruiting the right patients can be super tough, but AI can analyze patient data from all kinds of sources, like electronic health records, to find potential participants who fit the bill.
Wow. So instead of relying on those old methods like flyers or searching through databases, AI can just pinpoint the best candidates. That's amazing.
Exactly. And it's not only about being efficient. This AI-powered approach can also help make sure that trials are more diverse, which is super important for getting reliable results.
So we get better data and faster. That's a win-win. What happens once the participants are enrolled? Does AI play a role then too?
Oh, definitely. AI can actually personalize and optimize the entire trial.
Hmm.
By analyzing patient data in real time, AI can help adjust treatments, monitor for side effects, and even predict which patients are more likely to respond well to the treatment.
So it's kind of like having an AI assistant for the clinical trial, always analyzing data and helping the researchers make better decisions.
You got it. This real-time monitoring leads to better results for patients and can also speed up the whole trial process.
It sounds like AI is making clinical trials much more efficient and responsive. That's got to be a huge game changer for the pharmaceutical industry.
It totally is. And all these advances we've been talking about, the new drug discoveries, the smarter clinical trials, they're paving the way for something even more exciting: precision medicine.
Precision medicine, huh? I've heard that term, but I'm not totally sure what it means.
It's the idea of tailoring treatments to each individual patient based on their unique genes and biology. So treatments that are as unique as the people receiving them. And guess what's helping make that possible?
I have a feeling I know the answer. AI.
You got it.
Yeah.
AI is a key player in making precision medicine a reality.
Okay, I'm hooked. Tell me more about how AI is actually enabling this personalized approach to medicine.
It all comes back to data analysis.
Mhm.
AI algorithms can look at a patient's genetic information, their medical history, their lifestyle, even how they responded to past treatments. And using all that, they can predict which therapies are most likely to be effective.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like having your own personal medical detective finding the perfect solution for your health.
I like that analogy. And this level of personalization could seriously improve how well treatments work while lowering the risk of bad side effects.
That's truly groundbreaking. But I'm guessing there are some challenges to making precision medicine work on a large scale, right?
You're right, it's a huge undertaking. You need tons of data, sophisticated AI algorithms, and a healthcare system that's ready to deliver that personalized care. But the potential benefits are so huge that people all over the world are working hard to make it happen.
Well, this has been an incredible overview of how AI is changing the pharmaceutical world, speeding up drug discovery, revolutionizing clinical trials, and making personalized medicine possible. It's amazing to see AI having such a huge impact on healthcare.
And this is just the beginning. The future of AI in pharma is incredibly exciting. We're just starting to tap into its potential.
It's like we've opened this door to a whole new world of possibilities. Before we move on to the next part of our deep dive, let's quickly recap what we've covered. We learned how deep learning is accelerating drug discovery by analyzing tons of data to find promising new drugs.
Yes? And we discussed drug repurposing and how AI is helping us find those hidden uses for medications we already have. We also talked about how AI is transforming clinical trials, streamlining patient recruitment, personalizing treatment, and monitoring everything in real time.
And then, of course, we delved into the exciting world of precision medicine, where treatments are tailored to each individual patient.
Precisely.
It's clear that AI isn't just a tool, it's a catalyst for change, driving all this incredible innovation and shaping the future of healthcare.
Absolutely. And in the next part of our deep dive, we're going to explore some of the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead as AI continues to evolve and become even more integrated into the pharmaceutical world.
So stay tuned because we've got a lot more to explore. We're back and ready to keep exploring how AI is changing the pharmaceutical landscape. Last time, we talked about how AI is making drug discovery faster and treatments more personalized. It all sounds super promising, but are there any challenges with all this AI integration?
That's a really important point. Even with all the excitement, it's crucial to be aware of the challenges, right? And one of the biggest ones is data quality.
Mm.
AI systems, they live and breathe data.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can't expect good results if you're feeding the AI bad information, right? It's like trying to bake a cake with spoiled milk and expect it to turn out delicious.
Perfect analogy. For AI to be effective, you need high-quality data, tons of it. It has to be accurate, unbiased, and representative. If the data is messed up, well, the AI is going to give you messed up results too. And in healthcare, that could mean wrong diagnoses, ineffective treatments, even harm to patients.
Wow, yeah, data quality is definitely super important. What are some other hurdles we need to clear to really unleash AI's full potential in healthcare?
Well, another big challenge is getting different healthcare systems to talk to each other. Right now, a lot of them are like silos with data scattered all over the place. This makes it really hard to collect the massive data sets you need to train and validate AI algorithms.
So it's not just about the amount of data, but also making sure it can be shared and accessed easily across different platforms and institutions. It sounds like we need healthcare systems that are way more connected to really make this work.
You hit the nail on the head. We need a secure and standardized way for all these systems to communicate and exchange information. Imagine a world where your medical records, your genetic data, everything, it's all seamlessly accessible to any authorized healthcare provider. That would be a game changer for AI in healthcare.
Yeah, that would be incredible. But what about the people involved? I mean, are we going to need a whole new army of experts who understand both healthcare and AI?
Absolutely. As AI becomes more common in the pharmaceutical industry, we definitely need people who can bridge that gap. Think data scientists who can create those sophisticated algorithms, healthcare professionals who can actually apply AI insights in real-life situations, and ethicists to make sure everything is being done responsibly.
Right. So it's not just about being tech savvy. We need people who get the complexities of healthcare and the ethical considerations too.
Exactly. We need people who can analyze the data, understand how the algorithms work, and translate that into better care for patients. It's going to require some big changes in how we educate and train healthcare professionals.
It's fascinating to see how AI is shaping the future of the healthcare workforce. We're entering this new era where humans and machines need to work together. And speaking of collaboration, we can't forget about involving the patients in this transformation.
That's a great point. As AI becomes more widespread in healthcare, it's super important to make sure patients understand what's happening and have a say in how their data is being used.
Absolutely. Patients need to know how their data is being used and feel comfortable with it. Transparency is key to building trust, right?
Definitely. We need to demystify AI, explain it in a way that everyone can understand, and address any concerns about privacy and security.
It's not just about treating patients, it's about empowering them, right? Giving them the tools to understand and take control of their own health.
Exactly. And AI can actually help us do that. Think about AI-powered tools that give patients personalized health information, help them keep track of medications, and even offer virtual coaching. It's like having a 247 personal health assistant.
Wow, that would be a game changer for so many people, especially those who don't have easy access to traditional healthcare.
That's the kind of impact we're hoping for. AI can help close those gaps and give people more control over their own health.
This has been an amazing conversation. We've talked about the technical side of AI algorithms, the data challenges, and the bigger societal implications. What do you think is the most important takeaway from our discussion?
I think the biggest takeaway is that AI is just a tool. And like any tool, it can be used in many different ways. We have to make sure that we use AI for good, for the benefit of everyone, not just a select few. We need to watch out for potential biases, make sure patient data is protected, and ensure everyone has equal access to the benefits of this technology.
That's such a good point. We can't get so caught up in the tech that we forget about the human side of things.
Exactly. We have to be excited about what AI can do, but also be careful and responsible. Ultimately, it's all about making healthcare better for everyone.
Well said. And with that, let's head into the final part of our deep dive, where we'll look ahead to the future of AI in pharma and explore what might be possible in the years to come. We've spent the last two parts of this deep dive really getting into how AI is changing the pharmaceutical industry right now. But for this last part, let's put on our future thinking caps and talk about, well, the future. What's next for AI in this world?
It's exciting to think about, isn't it? I mean, we've seen some amazing things already, but I think this is just the beginning. One area that's really ripe for disruption is preventative healthcare.
Preventative healthcare, huh? That's really interesting. It seems like most of medicine today is about reacting, you know? We get sick, then we try to fix it. Are you saying AI could actually help us prevent diseases before they even happen?
You got it. Imagine this. AI analyzing your genes, your lifestyle, environmental factors, even things like your gut microbiome, all to create your own personal risk profile. Then you can make proactive changes, get early interventions, maybe even avoid those serious health problems altogether.
Wow, that's amazing. It's like having a personalized health crystal ball. But is that really possible? I mean, that sounds super complex.
It's definitely complex, but we're getting closer all the time. Researchers are already working on AI algorithms that can predict an individual's risk for things like heart disease, diabetes, even some types of cancer.
No way. So how far off are we from actually seeing this in action?
Honestly, it might be sooner than you think. The technology is advancing so rapidly. We have more data storage and processing power than ever before, and AI algorithms are getting smarter all the time. Personalized preventative healthcare could be a reality very soon.
It's pretty mind-blowing to think that we might have AI that can predict and prevent diseases, not just diagnose and treat them. That would totally change healthcare as we know it.
It absolutely would,
Yeah.
and it goes beyond just predicting individual risks. AI could be a powerful tool for tackling global public health issues, too.
Global health issues like what?
Well, think about tracking disease outbreaks in real time or predicting how infections might spread. AI could even help develop targeted interventions to contain pandemics.
So, like an AI-powered early warning system for global health threats.
Exactly. By crunching huge amounts of data from all over the world, everything from weather patterns to social media activity to hospital records, AI could help us spot those emerging threats early on and act fast to reduce their impact.
That's amazing. AI working for the good of humanity, protecting us from pandemics, that would be incredible. What about other global health issues? Could AI help with those too?
Definitely. Another area where AI could make a huge difference is in the fight against antimicrobial resistance.
Antimicrobial resistance. Refresh my memory on that one.
Sure, it's basically when microbes like bacteria and viruses evolve to become resistant to the drugs we use to kill them.
So the medicines we use to treat infections, they stop working as well.
Right. It's becoming a major problem. Infections that were once easily treatable could become deadly if we don't find new ways to fight them. And AI can help us do that. AI can help develop new antibiotics, identify patients who are at higher risk of developing resistant infections, and even create personalized treatment plans to slow down the development of resistance.
Wow. I hadn't realized how much potential AI has to solve so many different healthcare challenges, from personalized preventative care to global pandemic preparedness to antimicrobial resistance. It's really incredible.
It is. The possibilities are pretty much endless. But we have to remember that AI is a tool. It's up to us to use it wisely. We can't just throw technology at a problem and hope for the best.
You're absolutely right. We need to be careful and think about the ethical implications of all this. What are some of the things we need to keep in mind as AI becomes more prevalent in healthcare?
Data privacy is huge. I mean, AI needs tons of personal data to work, including very sensitive medical information. So we need to make absolutely sure that this data is being handled responsibly and ethically.
Yeah, we need to protect patient privacy and make sure the data is secure, right? No one wants their medical records floating around where they shouldn't be.
Absolutely. We also need to watch out for potential bias in the algorithms themselves. If an algorithm is trained on biased data, it's going to produce biased results. And in healthcare, that can lead to unfair or even harmful treatment decisions.
Right, AI should be helping to make healthcare more equitable, not less. We need to make sure everyone has access to the benefits of AI, regardless of their background or circumstances.
You've got it. And then there's the impact on jobs. We need to think about how AI will affect healthcare workers. Will it create new jobs? Will it displace existing ones? How will it change the way doctors and nurses do their work? These are all really important questions.
It sounds like there's a lot to consider, both the exciting possibilities and the potential downsides.
There is. This isn't just a technological revolution. It's a societal one. We need to be excited about what AI can do, but we also need to be smart about it.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of AI in pharma. We've learned about how AI is impacting drug discovery, clinical trials, and personalized medicine today, and we've explored the amazing potential it holds for the future.
It's a truly fascinating field. It's going to be exciting to see what happens next.
Before we wrap things up, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about. As AI becomes more and more integrated into healthcare, what role do you see yourself playing? Will you be an early adopter of AI-powered tools? Will you advocate for responsible AI development? Or maybe you'll even pursue a career in this exciting field?
Those are great questions. It's up to all of us to shape the future of AI in healthcare. The choices we make today will have a huge impact on the healthcare landscape of tomorrow.
That's a great point. We all have a role to play. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI in pharma. Until next time, keep those minds curious.